Hi guys, it's Heather Morrison with Bold Beyond Belief, and I wanted to come to you today with a little story that I had read a while ago. It's actually a Chinese proverb, and it's called Maybe So, Maybe Not, We'll See. And so it starts out by saying that a farmer and his son had a beloved stallion who helped the family earn a living. One day the horse ran away, and their neighbors exclaimed, "Wow, your horse ran away! What terrible luck!" The farmer replied, "Maybe so, maybe not, we'll see." And it goes on to say that a few days later, the horse came home and he brought with him some mares. And the neighbor said, "Wow, that's great. You've got all these extra horses at your property and you've got these free mares." And the farmer replied, "Maybe so, maybe not. We'll see." Later that week, the farmer's son was trying to break in one of the mares and he ended up breaking his leg. And the villagers exclaimed, "Oh, what rotten luck. Your horse, you got these free horses and brought them home, and one of them ended up breaking your son's leg. That's horrible luck." And the farmer said, "Maybe so, maybe not. We'll see." A few weeks later, the soldiers from the National Army marched through town, recruiting all the able bodied boys for the army. And because his son had a broken leg, he couldn't be recruited for the army. So, of course, the villagers replied, "Wow, what great luck. Your son can't go to the army because he has a broken leg." To which the villager replied, "Maybe so, maybe not. We'll see." So, the moral of the story is, of course, that no event in and of itself can be truly judged as good or bad, lucky or unlucky, fortunate or unfortunate, but that only time will tell the whole story. Additionally, no one really lives long enough to find out the whole story, so it could be considered a great waste of time to judge minor inconveniences as misfortunes or to invest a ton of energy into things that look outstanding on the surface but may not pay off in the end. The wiser thing is then to live in moderation, keeping as even temperament as possible, taking all things in stride, whether they originally appeared to be good or bad. Life is much more comfortable and comforting if we merely accept that what we're given and make the best of our life circumstances. So I want to point that out. We accept what we're given, which doesn't mean that we're not supposed to always be striving for more, right? Which is why it goes on to say, make the best of our life circumstances. Rather than always having to pass judgment on things and declare them as good or bad, it would be better just to sit back and say, it will be interesting to see what happens. And so the reason I bring that up is because we always hear the words, blessing in disguise. It could be a blessing in disguise, right? Or it could be a curse in disguise. My point in bringing that up is let go of the outcome, right? Something happens to us and we feel the need immediately to judge that something that's happened to us. Oh, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Oh my God, this is the best thing ever, right? Which is good. It's good to have reactions and it's normal to have emotions as a human being. My point is, like the article says, don't invest too much time and energy into thinking that those things are going to either A, change our life dramatically in a bad way, or that they're going to A, or B, change those things in our life dramatically in a good way. So the other proverb is, I don't know if it's a proverb or not, but it certainly is saying that we're all familiar with this. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? So I encourage you as you go through your week this week to look at when things happen to us to not judge them, kind of remove ourselves from those circumstances and be an observer of those thoughts rather than having those thoughts. It's kind of tricky. It takes some practice, but you are not your thoughts. You are the thinker of your thoughts, but you are not your thoughts. Really something to explore for you. And so as you are going through your week, be the thinker of your thoughts. Just be an observer of your thoughts, right? You don't necessarily have to attach a judgment to anything, good or bad, fortunate or unfortunate, lucky or unlucky. Just have those thoughts, tuck them away, and think of them as feedback, not failure. So when something goes on in my life and I set out to, I have an intention and I set out to do something and it doesn't go the way I expected it to go, I don't look at it like a failure. I look at it like, oh, okay, well, that's interesting. Well, we'll have to see where that goes, right? And I also look for the lesson in that feedback. What was it that this lesson taught me that I can use in future events? It's interesting because I read a quote on someone's Facebook the other day that says, "You're never too late for your own destiny," which I love. You are never too late for your own destiny. I think why that's important is because I think some of us tend to have a um, a critical mind of everything that's gone on in our lives, and I've wasted my time and I'm too old to do this, or I don't have all the experience to do that. Life is really like a little choose your own adventure book. And everything that's happened to you up until now happened for a reason. And it's the reason that you're here. And if you had let those things bring you down or altered your course because you looked at it like a failure, you wouldn't be in the place that you're at now. So I encourage you to continue doing that going forward. Or if you're not, if you're looking at everything like it's a failure, start looking at it like it's feedback. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. See where that goes. 3M created these guys, and I've got 25 of them on my computer right now. This is the old trusty Post-it note, right? Sticky notes. That was a failure for 3M. That's not what they set out to do. It was a byproduct of something that they wanted to do. And it turned out to be probably the best-selling product they have. They do a lot of other things for corporations, and they do, other applications. But when you say Post-it note, we all think 3M, right? Failure, complete failure. But they didn't take it that way. They took it as feedback and they moved on and thought, how can I learn the lesson from this? And where can I go with that lesson? So I encourage you this week to do the same. Again, be the thinker of your thoughts, be an observer, think, how can I use this going forward? And then also, when you do have a lot of success in your life regarding one particular outcome or one particular situation, look at that and take that in as feedback. But don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? If that thing goes great for you, that's great. That's fantastic. See where it plays into your overall bigger picture. But don't put too much into that and just let go of the outcome. There's something so incredibly freeing about letting go of the outcome. I really do need to do a video about that. I've talked about it twice now, letting go of the outcome. That was a huge, not just a game changer, but that was really, truly a life changer for me to let go of the outcome. So let me know how this landed for you down below. And then also to let you know, we have a lot of great things going on over in the Facebook group, Bold Beyond Belief Facebook group, and I will put the link for that down below as well. Hope this has served you. Have a great weekend. Bye.